Investing used to be an activity mainly reserved for the top 1%. You know, the 1% we all hear about. But not anymore. I see this false idea among people around me all the time, and it really bugs me. The idea that you must be a multi-millionaire in order to even start. I even had a friend who found out about my channel and investing program and said, "Oh, that's great, when I become a millionaire, I will call you to start investing." For some reason, this is so ingrained in people's minds that it is preventing them from even getting curious on the topic. However, technology changed all of that, and it is now possible for the rest of us, the 99%, to build wealth through investing. And in this video, we will explore why. Before the rise of the internet, things weren't as easy and accessible as they are now. There were many roadblocks you had to go through if you wanted to start investing. The first barrier was that you couldn't simply open your computer and start investing in things. If you wanted to do a private partnership, first of all, you had to have the right connections. And then, even if you had the right connections, you were still required to put a lot of capital up front, or otherwise no one would consider you for the deal. It was more like starting a business than investing. If you wanted to go your own way, then one of the most common ways to build wealth was with real estate. However, even if you only wanted to buy a single apartment unit, it still takes years and years of saving money from your salary in order to even get your first deal done. And in case you're doing it with a mortgage, you still have to put a significant amount as a down payment, as well as have a decent credit score in order for the bank to even consider you for the loan. This prevented a lot of people from even starting on the journey towards financial freedom. A third issue is that a lot of different types of investments require you to be what's known as accredited investor. Different countries might call it different things, for example, professional investor or sophisticated investor. In the USA, the requirements are $200,000 yearly income or $300K with a spouse, $1 million net worth, and other types of requirements you can see from that Investopedia article on your screen. Accredited investors have access to deals usually reserved for venture capital or private real estate investment funds. For example, one of my real estate investments is through such a private fund, and when I was researching different funds to invest in, there was not a single one that did not have the requirement of you being an accredited investor. And so when I saw that, I thought to myself how unfair that is. All of the information that I needed to make my decision was through publicly available sources, which allowed me to understand the types of asset classes the fund was going to invest in, and whether I was an accredited investor or not had nothing to do with my decision-making process. However, your average person could not invest there even if they had done double the amount of due diligence that I did. Also, the whole idea that the government is going to babysit you and not allow you to risk your own money, which is your own private property, seems ridiculous to me. And the fourth and final roadblock was the fact that there was no easily accessible information. You either had to have a network of people that could help you, or trust a financial advisor that a lot of times tried to sell you the product with the highest commission for them, not what's in your best interest. However, this is not true anymore, because we are currently living in the digital age. In recent decades, the internet and technology in general changed everything. There are two primary ways in which technology allowed the 99% to start building wealth, even if they don't have great connections, credit score, or tens of thousands of dollars in their bank account. The first way is by making information abundant and easily accessible. You no longer have to go to the library and search for hours for a single piece of information. You just Google it. You no longer have to wait for the newspaper with the stock news to come to your door. You just check your favorite financial website. Your financial advisor is no longer your only way to access quality financial information. You have access to thousands of articles and videos like this. And with the advent of AI, you even have the option of getting whole books summarized in seconds. A kid with a phone in his pocket and network connection in Africa can access the minds of thousands of people on different continents at their fingertips. Unless you are stuck in a cage or in a remote mountain village without internet connection, you literally have zero excuses for not educating yourself on whatever topic interests you, including investments. And if you are stuck in such a place, I'm not sure how you're watching this video, but anyway. The second way technology allowed the average person to become an investor is through fractionalizing assets and lowering, or in some cases even completely removing, commissions and gatekeepers. Just think about it for a second. We are living in an age where you can invest $5 in a company with a share price of $1,000 and do it without paying any fees. Just stop and think how extraordinary that is. Not only do you not have to leave your home in order to do it. But you don't need to sign any contracts, speak with any financial advisors, or wait to save the whole $1,000 amount that one share of that company costs. You open your phone, you tap a button, and now you're a shareholder in one of the most powerful and profitable businesses in the world. We take this for granted, but it is an extraordinary achievement of technology and the digital age. But it doesn't stop here. We now have the possibility of getting diversified exposure to hundreds of businesses, even with $100, through the vehicle called ETF. This stands for Exchange Traded Fund and is a company that buys hundreds or even thousands of other companies and trades on the stock market just like a normal stock. And so, for example, if you put $100 in the S&P 500 ETF, you will be able to own a little piece of the 500 biggest companies in the United States. And you can do it without asking for anyone's permission while sitting on your couch in your home. So basically, the combination of almost zero commission brokerages, online access, fractional shares, and ETFs have allowed the ordinary person to become an investor in a way in which your grandparents could only dream of. You can literally save a couple $100 from your salary each month and automatically put it in a diversified portfolio of the best businesses in the world, allowing you to start your journey towards financial independence. Of course, you still have to know what you're doing, but as I mentioned, you no longer need to have the right connections or pay thousands of dollars to financial advisors. As an example, I have a free investing masterclass where I teach people the best strategy, in my opinion, for the average person to start building wealth and create passive income. I also do a deep dive on the history of money and why money printing no longer allows normal people to save. If you're interested in that, you can find the link in the description. But this is a perfect example of you watching from wherever in the world you are watching this, being able to access the mind of a person potentially on the other side of the world who has already walked the path you are starting on and being able to learn from him. This wouldn't have been possible 20 or actually even 15 years ago. Speaking of what has changed in the past 15 years, technological advancements even created a new asset class called cryptocurrency. Apart from shares of stocks, this is the other type of asset which is globally accessible only with an internet connection, and you can participate in it even with pocket change. It allows you to invest in projects which you think will be successful and believe in without any government stopping you because you don't have a certain net worth or annual income. It also allows you to transact value with any person that has an internet connection wherever in the world they are. So the combination of the internet and different technological advancements have created an enormous opportunity for the 99% to invest and build wealth. There are no more barriers to entry or gatekeepers. The only thing that is required of you is to get educated, which is what I'm trying to do with this channel. In order to continue with your investment education, you can check this video that should have appeared on your screen already. I will see you there.